Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, then welcome. Thank you all so much for being here. Today's pick a card reading is an interesting one. We are going to see, what does your crush secretly think about you right now? In front of me, I have 3 different options, each with a different image. Choose the one that really calls out to you. This is group 1, group 2, and group 3. Okay, let's get started. Hey, group number 1. Okay, so what does your crush secretly think about you right now? Okay, group number 1. So right away when I tapped into your guys' cards, what came to me was like the Taylor Swift song. I knew you were trouble when you walked in, so shame on me now. Okay, so it's not, exactly the lyrics to that song, but yeah, I get the impression that your crush feels like you guys are like trouble, okay? But you also excite them. So that's interesting. I feel like, it's kind of like there's some kind of like, it's almost like they see you guys as playing mind games with them a bit. Okay, that's what I'm seeing. Even if you feel like, I feel like you guys feel like you're more innocent than that. But like, yeah, that's like what they think. Just from like the few interactions you guys have had and, the little bit that you've said, or maybe it's the way that you look at them or act around them. Okay, so I'm just getting this interesting vibe from you and them. So there's definitely this exchange where they're not like quite sure what to make of you. And they don't know, like, are you like for real or not, is like the feeling I'm getting from them. Okay, so what's also interesting with this is with the 9 of Pentacles reversed, I feel like, it's almost like you guys are coming across like a bit of a damsel in distress, okay, which is interesting because I feel like usually, with this upright, it's a very independent vibe. Like, I don't need no man or woman, but, if I want you, I'm choosing you type. But with it reversed, it's almost like you guys are kind of acting like, oh, like you need help with something. And they find that interesting because I feel like overall you guys don't act like that. You don't always like, not typically, you don't typically reveal like a vulnerable side, but here I'm kind of getting the impression that it's almost like you want their help with something, or maybe you have voiced something that's going on that is just showing more of a vulnerable side, and they feel like it's almost like you need a shoulder to lean on, to cry on type feeling. Maybe not literally, but you know what I'm saying. Like, it's almost like Miss or Mr. Independent all of a sudden is showing that, that a human side to them is what I'm seeing, and they find that interesting and so different for you guys. So with the 2 of Pentacles here, I feel like that's you guys bouncing back, bouncing back to your usual self. So even if you're going through something and it's been rough lately, it's like you don't stay down for long. You're back to your carefree, kind of happy-go-lucky, just swaying to the beat type of personality that you guys have, and they're like, okay, they're back, So I feel like there's definitely like this back and forthness with you guys. One minute it's like you show, your vulnerable side. The next minute you're like, you're doing your own thing. You're kind of just going with the flow. You're back, And they always kind of feel like they're just kind of like wondering about you, with that type of energy. Like they don't know like where you stand. They don't know what it is that you really want. And then with the Page of Wands here, that is you at your happiest. Okay, I feel like that is you like feeling alive, carefree, confident, and spontaneous, and very adventurous. Okay, like that's the excitement that you bring. That's when they're like, okay, we're back to you being kind of trouble, them not knowing where you stand, but yet you're exciting and you intrigue them, okay? So we also have with my cards here, yeah, with my card, the going through a hardship, that makes sense with the 5 of Swords and the 9 of Pentacles reversed. Okay, this takes it a step further. So it is kind of like you guys are coming across, whether you have voiced this to this person or not, like you're going through kind of a rough time right now. And yeah, it does have that feeling of like, I need, like somebody to talk, somebody to vent to, somebody to like kind of like share what's going on lately, why I don't feel like my happy-go-lucky self. Okay, so there's definitely like a two-part message here. They also see you guys as being kind of rebellious. Okay, so that's interesting. I feel like you guys are the type that don't like to follow the rules. That could go back to you being kind of trouble to this person. Okay, this is going to vary for all of you. If you don't feel like you're rebellious, then this just, for me, means that you guys are just true to yourself, and it's like you won't alter yourself just because, you know, somebody else likes, let's say, sports. You're not going to be like, yeah, I do too. You're gonna be like, yeah, I'm not into that. You know, you're just like true to yourself and you own who you are. I feel like they like that about you as well. Okay, then we have my what card. Okay, and that's like, again, when you guys are starting to come out of that place, that hardship that's going on, it's like you're back to being yourself, you know, and doing your thing. I feel like there's something about you that's just kind of blunt and different, and this person's not quite sure what to expect with you. Okay, there's definitely kind of the shock factor with you, so I'm getting kind of Aries vibes with that. So yeah, I feel like you just kind of say and do what comes to your mind, and it's like this person doesn't know what to expect, but they're like, again, intrigued and entertained by it. Okay, they find it refreshing. They also feel like you two have this chemistry, okay? So whether or not you guys are that close or not, it's just kind of that spark and that knowing, you know? Like maybe it's a look you two give each other, or, you know, the simple interactions that you two have, or whatever it is that you guys actually say to each other. There's just this spark of chemistry that is undeniable between you two, even if you two are kind of keeping it on the low. Yeah, and then with my earth cards, so they feel like, you know, one minute you guys seem like you're on the same page and like both are mutually interested in each other, and then the next minute it's kind of like, I feel like, again, like you do or say something that kind of throws this person with the Two of Pentacles, and then my what card, they're just like, what? Like they don't know what to make of you. And that's where the trouble comes in again. Okay, but again, but they're intrigued and they're excited. Okay, so we also have Virgo coming through. So one of you could be a Virgo, but I definitely feel like this person sees you guys like a Virgo. Okay, I feel like you guys are very thorough in like whatever it is that you do. And I also feel like you guys, you have this way about you where you're very in tune with aesthetics. You know, you always appear like you are put together, and just like you have this like a unique style to you, I feel, and it does stand out to your crush. Okay, so we also have them saying it's not in your head. I feel it too. Okay, so regardless of how this person acts, they're feeling this connection as well. I just feel like they're keeping it more on the low, but you guys are kind of blunt, so I wouldn't be surprised if you didn't kind of reveal somehow that you were interested in this person. But then again, I get this like flip-flop feeling where then all of a sudden you act like you're not interested. Okay, something like that is definitely coming through. We also have my Petty Vibes card, which is basically like a mirroring card, which is saying that, you know, you two definitely have this thing where one minute you both act like you're interested, and then the next minute one of you acts like you're not interested, and then the other person mirrors that back. Okay, let's take a look at the message cards to get a look further into this. So they say, if I follow you, I could lose everything. Okay, so that's interesting. I feel like this person has something that's kind of at stake, like as far as like if they were to take this leap of faith with you. I don't actually feel like they would literally lose everything, but they feel like they could lose something, which is interesting. I feel like that's going to be different for all of you. Then they say, I could be your hero, baby. Okay, so this person wants to be your everything. They want to come across like they are, I'm getting like the impression like the King of Wands, which is interesting. Even if this is a woman you're wondering about, okay, like just a very like bold person, because they view you as being a very bold, fiery person. But there's definitely earth, I feel, coming through too. But you know, they want to be that person for you as well. And I feel like sometimes this person doubts that they come across that way. Although you could like that, honestly. You could like being the one who's more blunt. So that's interesting. They say you are so very special. Okay. So yeah, I do see that they, you know, regardless of the trouble card, like they do feel like you guys are amazing. They feel like, you know, you are special. I just like the yellow in both of these cards are really standing out. I feel like, you know, they just see you as somebody who's so alive and passionate and full of life. And I feel like they feel that in your presence, like you activate that in them as well. So, you know somebody who is special when they see it, and they definitely deem you guys as being unique and special. And I feel like, you know what it is? It's your enthusiasm. Your enthusiasm is contagious to this person. I feel like they feel like overall, like life's pretty serious and humdrum. Like that's how everybody else around them acts. But when you come in, it's like you guys are like this ray of like sunshine to this person. Okay. And they just feel like, oh my gosh, like this is amazing. They love being around you. Okay. Even if it's very short and brief and you guys don't even know each other that well, okay? I just feel like you guys too, I do feel like you have like a yellow or gold like aura to you as well. But yeah, they know, like you're like the type of person that they want around. And that's that, you know? They say words do hurt, so I feel like, you know, that's not going to go for all of you, but for some of you, especially those of you who have talked more to this person, it's possible you said something or did something, I know it says words, but that kind of hurt this person or, you know, made them kind of shut down, I feel. And it could just be that, you know, 1 minute you guys maybe were talking more consistently and then all of a sudden maybe you didn't respond, okay? Like, it's just something that's coming through for some of you, where they actually did feel like kind of just cut off is what's coming through. But it didn't change again. It doesn't change, though, how they feel about you. But, yeah. Then they say that they want you guys to wait for them. So that's interesting to me. It's almost like this person has to tend to something before, like, taking a leap of faith with you. And it goes back to the, if I follow you, I could lose... I don't want to say everything, but like something, okay? And then they say, I need more time. Okay, so this person's definitely got you on their mind. You're definitely somebody that they want, I feel. And yet it's like there's something that this person has to tend to before they can take this leap of faith with you. But group number 1, this is what I see for you guys. If this resonates, let me know in the comments. And if it does, don't forget to give it a like. Thank you for being here. Bye, guys. Hey, group number 2. Okay, so what does your crush secretly think about you right now? Okay, group number 2. So as soon as I tapped into your guys' cards, the song that came to me is 311's Love Song, okay? You know, I just feel like your crush honestly feels like the lyrics in the song say like, whenever I'm alone with you, you make me feel like I am free again. And then like they say home again, fun again. Okay, so it's like fill in the blank. Whenever this person has any type of interaction with you, no matter how brief it is, like, or even when they think of you, it's like they just feel like, kind of like that feeling of like you're just coming alive again, like anything is possible. You just feel, you know, happy, joyful, love, all that, you know, just everything that's good, basically. This person associates with you guys. Okay, so yeah. So with the Ace of Cups, I feel like, you know, as soon as this person met you, they felt like this instant connection, like a soul recognition. So it's very possible this could have been like, you two could have known each other or, you know, been together in a past relationship, because I also have my card that flew out that goes right along with that. I have felt instantly connected since we first met. Okay, so I feel like it was a pretty intense, like, feeling that you two had, like this instant spark, this instant connection, you know, this gravitation towards each other, even if it logically possibly didn't make sense to you guys, okay? Because that's also like what's coming through with the star reversed, is like there's just something about you and this person that feels like it should be the star upright, you know, almost like a dream come true feeling that you two have crossed paths, like destiny and all that. But because it's reversed, it has this feeling of kind of like such a mutual connection that can't be for some reason. Okay, so there's some kind of obstacle that is in your guys' way that actually makes you two come across like you are star-crossed lovers, okay? Not to say that that's how it's always going to be, but that's definitely how it's coming across whenever you end up seeing this video, okay? Because it's timeless. So I definitely feel like, you know, both of you are coming across like you both felt this instant connection, okay? Whether or not you two have ever voiced that or made it known, it doesn't matter. It's like on some level you both know that. But then with the star reversed, I feel like you're both not able to act on this. You're not able to move forward with this. So it's like you're both kind of have this wall up and you're holding back, okay? And then with the 10, with this 10 of Wands in particular, it's almost like you both feel like you kind of have to move on from this connection. But I see that even if you two are doing that currently, it's almost like, you know, both of your minds keep going back to the other, you know? So that's interesting. I also feel like you two have, both of you have a lot going on currently in your life whenever you end up watching this. Also, one of you may be moving, okay? A few different things are coming through for that. I do see, though, that overall, though, this person views you guys highly, okay? And it's interesting because I feel like you view them highly, and it's possible that both of you are either in the spotlight or you have people looking up to you. I'm also getting that one or both of you could also speak for a living, okay? But either way, I feel like you both view each other highly. And with the Page of Cups, I just feel like you guys in particular, they really view you as like artist, okay? So there's some kind of creativeness about you. For some of you, it's going to be just the way that you are is different, it's unique. And for others of you, it's going to be both, okay? You're like this unique person who's kind of flowing through life, but you have this creative spin on anything that you do, okay? Or something in particular that you do that I feel like this person admires if they know that about you. But if they don't know that about you, I feel like, you know, they just see you as being somebody who's like magical, flowing through life. And like, you know, they want to be a part of that. They want to be a part of that magical life that you have, or that you appear to have. Okay, so let's take a look further. Okay, so with my Seahorse card, especially under this Ace of Cups, so this person, you know, they definitely are crushing on you no matter how they act, whether you hear from them or not, you're getting mixed signals, doesn't matter. The crush energy is there. But even taking this a step further with my Seahorse card, okay, this person actually like projects onto you guys that you are like who they would deem like the one, okay? Even if they don't know you that well, like that's honestly how they view you. And it makes sense with the Ace of Cups and the Six of Wands here. Yeah, like this person deems you guys like the full package, looks, personality, energetically, like, you know, but again, I feel like there's something that's going against their current reality, like that they can't, like it doesn't matter, you know, like you're like just kind of like a pipe dream to this person right now. Okay, so, and if they're not able to see you in person, I feel like this person is definitely checking out your social media, okay, if you guys have it. So yeah, there's something about you guys that they're magnetically drawn to you and they want to stay connected even if they're not with you. They honestly feel like you guys are such a sweetheart, and I feel like at this point in their life, like they appreciate that. Like they find that to be amazing. Like they're past the game playing is what I'm seeing, and they want somebody for real, somebody with a heart. And I feel like you guys you exude that. You exude that you really do come from the heart and you mean well and you want the best for others. They really do adore you guys. Okay, they also see you guys as being hip and cool and like lit, okay? Like overall, like just the way that you are. Again, and it's interesting, it went under the Page of Cups. So along with your unique way of being, your unique sense of style, the way that you are, I feel like is just so you that you don't even have to try to be cool, but you come across as being cool. Okay, so along with all that, they also see you guys as being deep, okay? And I feel like some of you, your crush doesn't quite know that about you, like literally, but I feel like on some level, like they know this, okay? And it could even go back to them knowing that you're like a sweetheart with a heart, okay? They just know like, you're not shallow, like you're deep and you can go deep, you know? I also see that this person daydreams or fantasizes about taking you guys on some kind of vacation. Okay, like they just think that would be a dream come true for both of you to like get away somewhere, you know, that you both would want. And they feel like you could finally both be like your true selves, is what I'm getting with that. I feel like you guys though are the type that are pretty self-realized. So like you really do. You are just who you are, okay? Like, and yeah, you know, that can be a process to be our authentic selves no matter who we're around. But I do feel like you guys do practice that. Like it's a process, you know what I mean? And this person, they love that because they want that. I do feel like this person is basically who they are as well. But like, I don't know. They just really see it in you though. Okay, so my Release Your Ex card came out. So this, either this person or you or both of you still have to release an ex, whether one of you are, you know, with the ex right now or not. I know that sounds weird because an ex is somebody you're not typically with, but you know what I'm trying to say. Like, there's somebody in your guys' life that one of you or both of you still have to release in order for this to become something. And then we have my They Do Want a Fresh Start with You, which is a very clear, sweet energy. So although I feel like their intention is there, they're not able to yet, okay? So that energy might not be coming across as sweet and clear as it is in this card. Not just yet. Okay, so let's take a look at the message cards to get a glimpse even further into what your crush secretly thinks of you. Okay, they say you are right. Okay, so there's something that you guys were thinking that, you know, you knew about, and they're saying you're right. Then we have 1 cup, which is the Ace of Cups. Okay, very crush-like energy, like I said, but for me, it's also that instant connection, a soul recognition, and definitely like crush feelings. And then we have 1 Pent right next. As I'm seeing, like this is a very new energy between you and this person, even if you've known each other in a past life. Like it's still got this feeling of such newness, new beginnings, new possibilities. Okay, they feel like that's what you guys bring into their life. And 1 Pent is actually a more like, I would say a more grounded version of 1 Cup. So it like grounds this idea. It like actually says like this person's they're serious. They're not just getting caught up in like infatuation. Like this person would love like an actual real start with you, is what I'm seeing with that. But then they say there is someone else. Okay, so whether this person is actually seeing somebody else or not, I feel like that's like what this Release Your Ex card is referring to, okay? Like this person, until they do that, whether they're actually with them or not, they could still be tied to them energetically and emotionally. It's kind of like they don't have room for you guys. And for some of you, that's about you, okay? Because not everybody who's, you know, not everybody's crush is with somebody right now that's choosing this pile. So it could be you guys, even if you're not with your ex, you could still have to release your ex. They say you are my everything. Which I feel like this kind of throws this person because I do feel like they're typically a logical person and they think, wow, like, how do I even feel that way? Like, I hardly know this person. But here I am, you know, caught up in all these feels, thinking they could be the one. They say, I have so much desire for you. And I never imagined so much perfection. Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. You know, with the 6 of Wands here, like I said, like this person views you guys so highly. Like you could be the one. And I do feel like, you know, they know that they're not able to act on this just yet, but it does appear like once they release whoever it is they have to release, like they do want that fresh start with you once and for all. Okay, group number 2, this is what I see for you guys. If this resonates, let me know in the comments. And if it does, don't forget to give it a like. Thank you guys for being here. Bye. Hey, group number 3. Okay, so what does your crush secretly think about you right now? Okay, group number 3. So as I tap into your guys' cards, I'm getting a very back and forth energy. Okay, so it's almost like you guys feel like you take one step forward with your crush, and then it's like you take 2 or 3 steps back. Okay, that's the impression I'm getting as far as like how you two are going. But what's interesting is it's kind of got this feeling of like, for some of you, your crush is your ex or somebody that you were definitely involved with. Like you were seeing them, okay? Whether you two had a label on it or not, like a relationship label. And then for others of you, that's not going to be the case, okay? Because it's a general reading. But anyway, so with the Page of Swords reversed here, it's kind of like somebody cut off from this connection, okay? Like possibly even unfriended somebody on social media or block them. Okay, I'm just getting some kind of cut off, like I'm not gonna check you out, you're not gonna check me out type feeling. And yeah, just a disconnect from them. And then it's kind of like with the Hermit here, like both of you just kind of wanting your own space, even if both of your minds still, you know, like kept thinking of each other and kept feeling connected. But I definitely see there was this distance and this disconnect from this person, okay? Or maybe, you know, those of you watching, you got rid of your social media. There's just something like that coming through, where one minute you were connected, the next minute you're not, okay? But either way, I feel like, you know, this crush definitely, though, still felt connected to you. Even if, like, the results weren't showing. Like, what I mean by that is it's kind of like, even if you guys had nothing to show for it, like no communication, you didn't see each other, it's like that connection is still there, is what I'm seeing with this. Okay. And then it's almost like all of a sudden, I feel like somebody did reach out to somebody, and it's possible that you guys ended up actually seeing each other, like in person, okay? It's got this, like I said, like such a back and forth energy, and it's going to be different for all of you. And if you didn't actually see each other in person, then what I'm getting with this is that somebody either did make contact or will make contact. So it's like you guys are going to do a 180, okay? From like being completely cut off, no communication, to all of a sudden there's communication and possibly seeing each other, okay? Yeah, but then we have the Ace of Pentacles reversed. So it's like, then there's a disconnect again, okay? Like a false start, or like a start that didn't go anywhere. Like somebody's gonna disconnect again. Somebody really loves their space, okay? Like no matter how into the other person they are, they're like, I'm maintaining this space, okay? That's you or your person. I feel like it's 50-50. It could go either way. Then we have the Knight of Cups here. So it's like the intention is there for both of you to really start something for real, but like the actions aren't adding up, okay? Not with the Ace of Pentacles reversed. That is definitely not like a fresh start. So it's almost like if you and your crush are seeing each other, it's on the low. It's very like secretive is what I'm getting. So that's interesting. Group 3, what is going on with your connection? If you feel like sharing, you'll have to let me know. But let's take a look further with all this. Okay, so your person says, I can't explain it, but I love it. Okay, that's the connection that they feel with you. They also say that they can't figure you out. Okay, yeah, I get that. My group 3s are often mysterious and reveal only what they want to reveal. Okay. Then we have, they think you guys look good in red. Okay, so I actually feel like you know, for some of you, it's actually going to be a different color. Like I have purple coming through as well as black. Okay, so take what resonates with that. Fuchsia for some of you. Okay. But yeah, this person definitely loves you. Like they love how you look in a certain color. So they also say it's not in your head. I feel it too. Then we have my Angel Shaggy card. So that tells me that it's possible that you guys could have had a friends with benefits connection with this person, but one of you definitely wanted to commit and the other did not, or wasn't ready. Like they knew you were a catch, but they weren't ready to commit. So that's going to go for some of you. That's definitely more for those of you who were involved with this person. Okay, but those of you who aren't, I'm not getting that. Okay, they see you guys as having a family to tend to currently, almost like you're too busy to start up anything. Okay, so for some of you, you know, you could have a kid of your own and that's taken up a lot of your attention and time. And you know, why you're like not allowing this person in fully is what I'm seeing, you know, especially with this under the Hermit card. And for others of you, you know, it could be like a family member who needs your assistance, just something going on as far as your family dynamic goes that this person feels like is part of the reason that you two aren't like fully giving this a go. That's how it's coming across. So they also view you guys as being currently hard to get. Okay, so I feel like on one hand they feel like you want them, but on the other hand it's kind of like you don't really give a lot of indication or the communication is sparse. Okay, so something like that. And they also feel like you don't really communicate what all's really going on. So it's kind of like they're just kind of guessing. They also feel like you guys have a lot on your plate right now, that you're juggling a lot. And they think that, you know, like once almost like your schedule lightens up and you don't have so much going on, and this could be like work, school, you know, trying to maintain some kind of social life, on top of this family dynamic, it's like they think that's the reason that you two aren't, you know, like it's almost like this person basically at this point is trying to understand like why aren't we together? Like, and they feel like you have a lot going on, like family, work wise, and whatever else is going on in your life basically. So yeah, you know, there is a bit of petty vibes going on between you guys, and I feel like that's just basically like, this card might as well say mirroring. You two are kind of like mirroring each other's actions. So like, you know, when you act interested, they act interested. When you back off or withhold, they withhold, okay? And it could be even vice versa, okay? So it could be like if this person comes forward, you come forward. If they back off, you back off. That type of thing's going on between you guys. Okay, so they also feel like, okay, with my stuck in your ways card, this person feels like you guys are being kind of stubborn when it comes to seeing something from their point of view, okay? And they feel like you're not even trying to like open your mind to seeing things their way is what I'm getting with that. Even if you don't feel like that's true, like that's how your crush is seeing it. They also view you guys as being alpha, okay? So they think you guys are independent, self-sufficient, I want to say dominant, but I feel like you guys are pretty balanced, honestly. I don't feel like you're overly dominant. You're not like necessarily aggressive. I do feel like you're assertive though, but like in a balanced way. But then like, okay, so something happened though that made this person like think, what? Okay, kind of like, I feel like you guys said or did something that kind of like, okay, so it's almost like as soon as this person felt like the connection with you was finally going to take off, like you said or did something that like put a halt to this connection, okay? You threw a wrench in their plans basically, and they're like feeling like they're on a detour now and trying to understand what happened, while still feeling connected to you guys and crushing on you. Okay, so let's take a look at the message cards to get a look even further into what your crush secretly thinks of you. Okay, they say listen to your heart. Okay, so it's almost like this person feels like you might be on the fence about them for some reason, and they want you to listen to your heart about that. They say, I dream about you a lot, too much. And they say, I think we should slow down. I find this interesting. So this person's kind of got a back and forth energy going on as well. So it's not just you guys. And they say, yes. Okay, so it's like their mind overall is made up about you, even if they want to take things slower. Then we have this card that says they are waiting for you. Okay, so if you were wondering, they are. Then they say, I'm too afraid to talk to you. Okay, so that's interesting. And then they say, I just wish things were different. Okay, so yeah, I feel like, you know, due to whatever happened here with that abrupt change that you guys placed on them, I feel like as I'm saying that, some of you are going to be like, they were the ones who abruptly said or did something that changed this connection. Okay, well, it was one of you too, but it's kind of like, you know, I just feel like this person was so like about this idea, and like something between you two happened that like stopped the connection. And I just see them, you know, not necessarily being afraid to talk to you, but they're hesitant. Okay. And they do wish something was different. So it possibly could be whatever changed this connection between you two. But it's like, you know, either way, they still feel connected is what I'm seeing. And they do want you guys to listen to your heart. Okay, group number 3, this is what I see for you guys. If this resonates, let me know in the comments. And if it does, don't forget to give it a like. Thank you for being here. Bye, guys.